It's the former hometown of Jack Kennedy, of Bobby Kennedy, and the childhood home of Jacqueline Kennedy. Today, it's the hometown of successful professionals and professional athletes. It's an affluent suburb in Northern Virginia. Just to the north is the Potomac River. Across the river is the state of Maryland. To the east is Washington, D.C., about 11 miles. To the west is Tysons, Virginia, and Tysons Corner. And then beyond that is Vienna and the rest of Fairfax County. Today, I want to give you a little video tour of McLean, Virginia, and give you a flavor of what it might be like to live here. McLean is known for several things. It's high-end real estate, its top-ranked schools, some of the best in the country. Its accessibility to DC is also known for its natural beauty, and it has a reputation locally as being one of the best places to raise a family. It is the third wealthiest city in the country, I believe. The average household income is about $242,000. The heart of downtown McLean is Old Dominion Drive. That's where you'll find the businesses, the shops, the restaurants. You won't find big box retailers, although there are the major grocers. So there's a brand new, beautiful Wegmans in town. There's a Whole Foods, there's a Trader Joe's, there's Safeway, there's Balducci's. And on Fridays, there's a farmer's market. There's also one of my favorites. There's an English butcher shop called the Organic Butcher. They have locally sourced, organic, fresh meats and seafood, some of the best seafood. Some of it they have flown in around the world. It's a personal favorite. When I'm in McLean, I stop there every time. You won't find a big box home improvement store here, but you will find McLean Hardware, which has been here since 1948. So it's worth noting that Tysons, Virginia and McLean, Virginia are two different cities, although they're adjacent to each other. Downtown McLean to downtown Tysons is only about 3.5 miles. For the purposes of this video, I want to include both because it gives you a better picture of McLean and the amenities they can offer. Think of McLean as the larger residential neighborhoods and the charming downtown with the more mom and pop stores. And think of Tysons as the large retail center, the office, high-rise office center, and some newer condo developments. If it's your first time here to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, playing, the good and the bad, about Washington, D.C. and the surrounding suburbs, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications. It's free. My name is Brad. I'm a local realtor serving Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia, and Maryland. I've lived in all three, so I love helping clients every day make the move here to this area. So whether you're moving next month or next year, I know you have questions, reach out, call, text, email, or set up a Zoom. I will help you make a smooth move to Washington, D.C. Traffic is a fact of life in Washington, D.C., so McLean's proximity to downtown Washington is a huge plus. And with a walkability score of only 23 in McLean, you will likely be in your car for most daily activities. McLean is easily accessible from 6 different directions, though, making McLean convenient to downtown Washington, to Maryland, and the rest of Northern Virginia. I-495, our beltway, circles the greater Washington, D.C. area and runs directly through McLean. 495 provides access to Maryland cities like Bethesda, Rockville, and Silver Spring, and Virginia cities like Springfield and Alexandria. Nearby, Interstate 66 will take you east into Arlington and downtown Washington. It's approximately a 16-minute drive to D.C., expected to be longer during rush hour. Taking I-66 west leads you to many of Virginia's over 200 vineyards, Middleburg's horse country, or to Front Royal, Virginia, at the base of the Blue Ridge Mountains. On the north side of McLean, there's an alternate scenic route to Washington and Arlington via the George Washington Parkway. There is also the Dulles Toll Road, which will take you directly to Reston or Herndon, which is another major employment hub. In addition, running adjacent to the Dulles Toll Road is the Dulles Access Road, which is a road specifically built only for those going to Dulles International Airport. McLean is 18 miles from Dulles Airport, and with only airport traffic, rarely does this road ever get backed up. McLean has access to public transportation as well. The Metro is the DC area subway and rail system, which has 4 stops in the McLean-Tysons area. These stops allow access to 94 other Metro stations throughout Virginia, DC, and Maryland. The McLean station has a kiss and ride, which is a waiting area for those dropping you off and picking you up. They give you a kiss, you hop on and ride. It's a 38-minute Metro ride into DC. It's also interesting to know that McLean is ranked number 8 in the country for remote jobs, according to CNBC. Anytime you can avoid rush hour, it directly relates to your sanity. So Fairfax County school systems serve McLean. They are known to be really among the best school systems in the country. The high schools here are typically ranked in the top 1% of the country. The overall graduation rate is just over 99%, and niche.com rates the school system here an A+. There also are several private schools here in McLean. And I also read, I believe it was bestneighborhoods.org, where the diversity score is 87 out of 100, which is really good. And that pretty much goes for the whole DC area. So McLean is known for its parks. This is Great Falls National Park, which is about 800 acres on the banks of the Potomac. Just on the other side there is Maryland. We're at one of the Virginia scenic overlooks. There's 3 overlooks. We're just a little over 5 miles outside of downtown McLean. There's over 7 miles of hiking trails here. You'll see a lot of people that come out for their morning walk or their morning hike. There's picnicking here. And it's just a gorgeous oasis just outside the city. So McLean also has Clemmy John Tree Park, which is for the kids. It's a really well-designed place. A lot of fun for the little ones. It also was designed for children with disabilities, which is really cool, even accommodate wheelchairs on some of the rides. Then you have Scotts Run Nature Preserve, which is a beautiful place and very popular for hiking and walking during the nicer months. Then you have McLean Central Park, which has a gazebo, so you can do picnics. Occasionally they have live music out there, and they also have disc golf. As far as real estate goes in McLean, you will find condos, you will find some townhomes, although a majority of the homes sold are single-family homes, and those could be small homes, for small as 2 bedrooms up to mega mansions. McLean certainly has its share of mega mansions, but that's not the only thing here. You'll also see wooded lots, you will see winding streets, you'll see a lot of neighborhoods have kind of lush greenery in the landscaping. The average price point for a home here in McLean is $1.5 million. And about 88% of the population here are homeowners, which I find is a very good number, and it provides for some stability in the community. I also find that it helps with home values. In McLean, over the last 10 years, home values have been up over 50%. If you're in the market for 2 bedrooms, expect to find garden-style or mid-rise condo buildings. Tysons will have most of the new or recently built units, many within walking distance to a metro station. Tysons also tends to have mid to high-rise buildings. The average price for a 2-bedroom in McLean is $640,000, and the prices can range from the $300,000s to $1.9 million. When 3 bedrooms are your choice, you'll largely discover townhomes and condos, though single-family homes do make up about 17% of the available choices. Of those single-family homes, expect most of them to have been built in the 1950s to the 1970s. The prices range from $400,000 to slightly over $2 million, with $940,000 being the average price point. When stepping up to 4 bedrooms, expect to pay an average of $1.4 million, with a range of $800,000 to as high as $4.7 million on the luxury side. The average size of a 4-bedroom in McLean is 3,000 square feet, and the average lot size is just under half an acre. The lots can range from a quarter acre to 5.5 acres. McLean is moderately hilly, so expect to find many single-family homes with a basement. There are a diverse range of architectural styles, from stately colonial to modern luxury estates to more than an average share of contemporary dwellings. Also, it's not uncommon to see a mix of older and newer homes in the same neighborhood, as older homes are being replaced with larger new homes in popular neighborhoods, although there are plenty of neighborhoods with homes of similar stature. The average price for a 5-bedroom home is $1.8 million. The prices can range from $1 million to as high as $4.9 million. The average size of a 5-bedroom is a little over 3,500 square feet, and lots will range from a third of an acre up to 5 acres. You'll find a range of styles from colonial, French colonial, craftsman, contemporary, transitional, even modern farmhouse. There is new construction in McLean, mostly from older homes being replaced. Many homes in McLean have a unique character, though, especially above the $1 million mark. It's worth noting that most websites will show the size as only the above grade square footage. This does not include the basement. Some finished basements can add significant space to a home, allowing room for a home gym, recreation room, wine cellar, bar, or home theater. McLean's real estate market is highly competitive, with properties often commanding high prices due to the area's desirability, excellent schools, and access to high-quality amenities. The prices and sizes of properties start to accelerate as you approach those with 6 or more bedrooms. The average cost of a property of this size is $2.8 million and typically ranges from $1.2 to $7 million. Though don't be surprised to see some homes well over the $7 million mark in McLean. Many of these have been built since the year 2000, though you can find older estates with upgraded modern amenities. Expect interior sizes to range from 7 to 10,000 square feet. Lot sizes can range from a quarter of an acre to over 5 acres. Though there are a wide range of home prices, McLean is known for its luxury estates. Many successful athletes and professionals like to call McLean home. Former residents have included presidents, vice presidents, a Titanic Hollywood director, and a Real Housewife. The most expensive home sold in McLean was owned by the founder of America Online, Stephen Case. In 2018, he sold his Marywood estate, which was the childhood home of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, for $43 million. Currently, the largest home for sale is a 22,000 square foot, 10-bedroom estate on 3.8 acres in the Langley area of McLean. It features a 3,300 square foot owner suite, an 1,100 square foot closet, a hair salon, a 250-inch outdoor television that retracts into the ground, and its own private ballroom. The list price is $25 million. McLean is also known for its access to high-quality amenities and entertainment. In town, there's a McLean Community Center. The center hosts fun games for kids, family activities, and the Aldine Theater for the performing arts. Nearby in Vienna is the Wolf Trap Amphitheater, a 7,000-seat venue for the performing arts. Concertgoers can bring their coolers in to picnic if sitting on the lawn. At Tyson's, there is the Perch at Capital One Center, a rooftop park with live music, a playground for the kids, and a beer garden. There's also Capital One Hall, which is a brand new, beautiful performing arts center and music hall. And McLean is only 11 miles to downtown Washington, D.C., which has over 70 museums, many of them free. All of Washington's professional sports teams play in downtown D.C., baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer, and tennis. The Commanders, which are the former Washington Redskins, play in Maryland, about 36 miles from McLean. With a new team owner, there is a groundswell of support to move the team back into D.C., though. D.C. is also known for its many great restaurants, including 22 with a Michelin star. Also in D.C., just across the Potomac River, is the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. There's no shortage of amenities in and around McLean. The restaurant scene in nearby Tyson's is vibrant and also diverse, offering a wide range of dining options to cater to various tastes. Some of my favorites at Tyson's are Seasons 52, where most of their dishes are 600 calories or less, including desserts. They also feature 52 international wines by the glass. Or Coastal Flats, an island-themed seafood spot. Their bread is so good, it's dangerous. My favorite entree there is the pecan-crusted trout. Then there's Eddie V's fine dining seafood and steakhouse with a nice view of the Tyson skyline. During happy hour, you would typically find a seasoned jazz band playing. Definitely check out their filet mignon sliders. Food enthusiasts will appreciate the diverse culinary scene in downtown McLean. The area boasts a wide selection of locally owned restaurants ranging from cozy cafes to fine dining establishments. You can find cuisines from around the world. Whether you're in the mood for a quick bite or an elegant dining experience, downtown McLean has options to suit every palate. McLean staples include McLean Family Restaurant and J. Gilbert's. For lighter fare, check out Sweet Leaf or Starnut Gourmet. So one of the great features of McLean is the access to shopping. So just 2 miles from downtown McLean, you have the biggest concentration of shopping in the DC area. So you have Tyson's Corner Center and you have Tyson's Galleria. So they're two large malls right across the street from each other. Tyson's Corner Center is the main mall. It's anchored by Macy's and Nordstrom's and Bloomingdale's. There's over 300 other stores there on 3 levels. There's a movie theater. There is many great restaurants there. They also have a really nice outdoor plaza where they have fitness classes and yoga, and occasionally they do live concerts. Then there's Tyson's Galleria, which is just across the street from Tyson's Corner. The locals here, we call it Tyson's 2. It's the luxury brand. So you have anchors of Neiman Marcus and Saks Fifth Avenue. You also have individual stores by a lot of the luxury brands. So you have YSL, Prada has a store here, Gucci has a store here, Ferragamo, and so forth. There is also over 9 restaurants here. They're organized on the front of the mall in like a European streetscape, which is really cool architecture. There's a food court here, which is where I am now. There's also a really cool modern gaming concept called Bolero, where it's a modern bowling alley. You're kind of bowling in the dark. I mean, there's enough light you can see. There's huge TVs that line all the bowling lanes. You have a waiter or waitress that delivers food and drink. They also have a large bar there, and they have arcade, which is really cool for the kids and the adults. Also at Tyson's Galleria, if you don't like parking and walking all the way into the mall, they do have valet parking. And if you are a super shopper and you are here all the time, there are some reserved spaces for those people as well. So I'm here at the baseball field here at Langley High School in McLean to tell you a quick story. So in 1950, the Pacific Corporation was looking for a large tract of land in McLean and around Northern Virginia. They ended up settling on a tract of land here right next to Langley High School. It was a former training ground in World War II for spies, interestingly enough. After the transaction closed, it was revealed that the alias for Pacific Corporation was the Central Intelligence Agency. So the Langley headquarters of the CIA is right here next to Langley High School. The CIA agents support the McLean businesses very well. A lot of agents live here. There are also several contracting businesses in McLean and Tyson's that support the defense industry. And also, interestingly enough, I went to high school here at McLean, and one day a few friends of mine and I had the bright idea we wanted to sneak out for lunch, avoid the cafeteria. We couldn't get out the parking lot exit because there was somebody watching the exit of the parking lot. So we had the bright idea, hey, let's sneak through the woods and go to a buddy's house who lives right over here and have lunch at his house. Well, we didn't get a couple of 100 yards through the woods when we were met with security at the CIA. They recognized who we are, and we didn't look like much of a threat, and they quickly escorted us back here to McLean. Fortunately, they didn't turn us in. Needless to say, we didn't make it out for lunch, at least not that day. Whether you're looking to move next month or next year, I know you'll have questions, so feel free to reach out via text, email, or phone call, or Zoom. My contact information is below. I will help you make a smooth move to Washington, D.C.